So Netflix is really great at its documentary series on all these different sports, F1, cheerleading, and now wrestling. I'm talking with two of the stars of their newest docuseries, Al Snow and Jessie Godderz. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning.
So tell us what Wrestlers is about.
Wrestlers is a documentary about OVW, and really it's about people chasing their dreams and their passions.
Just the trials and tribulations all of us kind of go through, and like you guys get to see it firsthand.
Yeah, can you explain what OVW is for people who aren't familiar?
Yeah, OVW is Ohio Valley Wrestling. It's a regional or independent wrestling promotion. One time it was the developmental program for WWE, but that relationship was severed back in about 2009, and it's the little engine that could.
And there's been tons of talent coming out of OVW, from John Cena, Dave Bautista, The Miz, and hopefully Jessie Godderz next. We'll see on the big screen in some big projects like you've done the Big Brother many times. What's it like having that success for your league?
Well, it's because of this guy right here. Because of our relationship, I actually wanted to come back to OVW and take it to the next level. And with this platform, with Wrestlers, I think we did just that. It took a little bit of time, but we just spoke about it. Like Greg did a phenomenal job. It like warms our heart. It's a dream come true, sincerely, and I don't even think we've actually seen any of the ramifications or the ripple effect of how big it's really going to be. So I'm excited, just over the moon about it.
Yeah, this show is so great for people who aren't even familiar with wrestling or WWE. What do people need to know who haven't seen the show?
I think, if you are a wrestler, a wrestling fan, I think what it's going to do is create a new appreciation and a new respect for the wrestlers themselves and the art of professional wrestling. And if you're not a wrestling fan, I think it's a great inroad that could create a lot of curiosity and interest that will, possibly build the audience and allow you to be like a gateway to really get involved in wrestling and appreciate it for what it really is.
Yeah. And we know you guys as Al Snow and Mr. Pectacular. How did you guys come up with your names?
Well, I actually kicked around the ideas where I needed to find one word that kind of completely encapsulated me and my physique. We just took off the S of spectacular, and bam, Mr. Pectacular was born.
And Snow was a childhood nickname, with my friends, and they would call me Snowman, Snowballs, Snow White, and when I became a wrestler, it was just Al Snow. So.
And Al, in your competing days, you had that head with your sidekick. When did you know that plastic head was going to be your go-to signature?
That was, just one of those things that happened. I mean, I never imagined that it would take off to the level that it did, and thank goodness it did. I mean, I'm very grateful that Ed and I have had a great relationship for a lot of years.
Yeah. So we've seen a lot of we see WWE on TV. We see the show Glow. What's the biggest misconception that people don't understand about wrestling?
I think the fact that they believe that it's fake. There's nothing in wrestling that's fake. Just the outcome is the only thing that's predetermined. Everything else is physically quite real, and a lot of wrestlers suffer a lot of injuries. They deal with a lot of pain, and there are actual, quite honestly, probably some of the most exceptional athletes in sports. They really are. When you consider the amount of spatial control, agility, coordination, timing, and then the size of the person who's performing that. You're basically taking an NFL linebacker, and he's performing the moves of a gymnast and doing it with as much control as an Olympic gymnast does. So, you've got to really, I think that's the biggest mistake, is that everybody just says it's all just fake, and these guys aren't real athletes, and they think it's just carny pantomime, but it's far from that.
I mean, we can see Jesse's a clear real athlete. His arms are massive, his chest is about to pop out of his shirt. What's your training regimen like these days?
I still work out at least 6 days a week. The biggest thing is that's the easy part, because it's only about 1 hour. Like, it's the nutrition and the diet and stuff like that that definitely consumes your entire day. Because to Al's point, is like we're walking billboards for our own brand, you know. So everything has to be completely conducive. Like Muscle Check's been sponsoring me for a year and a half now. Like obviously having proper supplementation, all these things obviously have a vital role in it. Training in the morning, because the rest of the day is going to get away from you. Make sure you try and allocate at least an hour for yourself, and that's like anybody in life and anybody that's watching this. Please be active. Please be active. The longevity of your life will definitely thank you at the tail end of the obviously us being here. So
yeah, that's great advice. So we see the documentary, we see the behind the scenes and some of the footage. Where can people watch OVW matches?
They can watch it probably nationally would be the easiest, would be on Fight TV. It's a streaming app that you can get on your phone and you can broadcast it on your TV. We're in about 100 million homes broadcasting cable-wise with YTA, Action Channel, Next Level Sports, Game Plus, RCN, Lily, and then locally WBNA here in Louisville, Kentucky. But if you're outside the Louisville area, those would be, or YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also, can they see them in person?
And they absolutely can see them in person. They can come here to Louisville, Kentucky every Thursday night. Doors open at 6. We run live television production from 7 to 9 Eastern time, and that is at 4400 Shepherdsville Road at the historic Davis Arena. Yeah, quick 90-minute trip down 65 from Indianapolis. Thank you, Al. Thank you, Jessie, both so much. All 7 episodes are now streaming on Netflix. Thank you.
Thank you,
guys.